Welcome to Mr. English Daily.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to Mr. English Daily, the podcast where real English happens, one conversation at a time. I'm Luna.
And I'm Leo. So glad you're here with us today. Wherever you're listening, on your commute, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, welcome to the show.
Today's topic is something every single English learner needs. It's not grammar. It's not vocabulary lists.
It's small talk. Those little everyday conversations that happen everywhere. At the coffee shop, in the elevator, at the office, on the street.
Small talk sounds simple, right? But for a lot of learners, it's actually one of the hardest things to do in a new language.
Totally, because it's not just about words, it's about feeling natural, feeling confident, and knowing what to say in the moment.
And that's exactly what we're going to help you with today. We've broken it down into 3 clear levels: beginner, intermediate, and advanced, with real stories, real phrases, and real practice.
Before we jump in, if this podcast helps you, please hit the like button. It genuinely helps more people find us.
Subscribe to Mr. English Daily so you never miss an episode. And if you have a friend who's working on their English, share this with them right now. Learning together is twice as powerful.
Okay, Luna, let's get into it. Level 1, basic small talk.
Level 1 is for those moments when you're standing near someone and the silence starts to feel a little uncomfortable.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Just this week, I was waiting for the elevator in my building. A neighbor walked up. We both just stared at the button. No one said a word.
Classic, awkward elevator silence.
Exactly. And I knew I wanted to say something, but nothing came out. My brain just went completely blank.
That's so common. And here's the good news. You don't need to say anything clever or impressive. All you need is what we call a starter. One simple sentence to open the door.
A starter. I like that. Like pressing play on a song.
Exactly. And the most reliable starter in the world? The weather.
Everyone talks about the weather. It's safe, it's shared, and it's always there.
So you could say something like, "It's getting cold this week, isn't it?" Or, "Beautiful day out there today."
Short, friendly, zero pressure. And the other person almost always responds.
Right, because it's not a personal question. It's just an observation about something you both share in that moment.
I actually tested this at the bus stop yesterday. I turned to the guy next to me and said, "Looks like the rain finally stopped." He smiled and said, "Yeah, about time. I forgot my umbrella this morning."
And there you go. A conversation started from basically nothing.
It felt like a small win. A tiny one, but still.
Those small wins add up. And the key to level 1 is keeping it light and short. You don't need to talk for 10 minutes, just a comment, a smile, maybe a follow-up line, and that's already a success.
Other good level 1 starters, if you're at the supermarket and the line is long, you can say, "It's really busy in here today."
At work on a Monday morning, the weekend went way too fast, didn't it?
At a coffee shop, "This place is always packed. Worth the wait though."
Simple, friendly, low risk. That's level 1.
Word tour, where we stop and explore some key vocabulary from today's episode.
First word, starter. S-T-A-R-T-E-R. A starter is something that begins or opens something else. In small talk, a starter is the first sentence you use to open a conversation.
I use the weather comment as my starter.
Next, awkward. A-W-K-W-A-R-D. Awkward means uncomfortable or a little strange, usually a social situation that feels uneasy.
The silence in the elevator was really awkward.
Third word, observation. O-B-S-E-R-V-A-T-I-O-N. An observation is a comment about something you notice. In small talk, you often start with an observation about your surroundings.
He made a simple observation about the weather, and it started a 5-minute conversation.
Great words. Keep those in your toolkit. Now, level 2.
Level 2, intermediate small talk.
Level 2 is for people you see regularly, a coworker, a classmate, someone at your gym, a neighbor you already said hello to a few times.
You've passed the weather stage. Now, what do you actually talk about?
This is where open questions come in, and this one tip alone will transform your conversations.
A closed question gets a yes or no answer. For example, did you have a good weekend? Yes. And then silence.
It's like hitting a wall.
But an open question invites the other person to share something. You start with what, how, or tell me about, for example, what did you get up to this weekend?
Now the person has to actually say something. Oh, I went to this market downtown. It was amazing. And now you have material to work with.
Exactly. You listen, you pick something interesting from what they said, and you ask one more question about it.
Let me try it. Luna, what have you been up to lately?
Actually, I started taking a pottery class on Tuesday evenings. Terrible at it so far, but I love it.
Pottery. That's so interesting. What made you want to try that? See? That's a perfect level 2 follow-up. You didn't just say, oh, cool. You asked about the reason behind it. Now I want to keep talking.
It's like a game of catch. You throw the ball, I catch it, and throw it back.
That's a great way to put it. And if you're not sure what to ask, just repeat the most interesting word they said. They said pottery. You say, pottery. Interesting. How did you get into that?
Simple and it works. Okay, I have a story from this week, a classic level 2 moment that went a little sideways.
Tell me everything.
So I was at the cafe near my office. There was a man sitting outside with this massive golden dog. Beautiful animal. I thought, perfect opportunity. I walked over and said, wow, gorgeous dog. What's his name?
Very smooth. Classic level 2 opener.
The man looked up at me, completely straight-faced, and said, he doesn't have a name. He's undercover.
Undercover? Like a spy?
Like a spy dog. I just stood there. I had no idea if he was joking. My brain stopped working in any language.
That is amazing.
I eventually just laughed and said, I won't ask any more questions then. And the man smiled. He was joking. We ended up chatting for a few minutes.
And that's the lesson. Some people have a very dry sense of humor. Dry humor means they say something funny in a very serious voice. When you're not sure if someone is joking, just smile and play along lightly.
Oh, very mysterious. Or, I'll take that as a yes. Things like that give you time to figure out what just happened.
And don't let one confusing moment put you off. Later that same day, you had a great conversation, right?
I did. I saw a woman reading a travel magazine at the next table. I asked, planning a trip somewhere? She lit up completely and told me about her dream of spending a month in Portugal. 15 minutes of great conversation.
One strange moment, one lovely moment. That is just real life. Level 3 is where you go a little deeper. You start sharing small pieces of your own experience. A light opinion, a short story, something you've been thinking about.
Not politics, not religion. We're keeping it light.
Right. Think a film you watched, a new restaurant, something you tried for the first time. You offer your reaction first, then invite theirs.
Like, I finally watched that series everyone's been talking about. The first episode totally hooked me. Have you seen it?
You shared something real. You showed a little personality, and you opened the door for them.
People connect through opinions. When you share yours, it gives them permission to share theirs.
Exactly. And level 3 also includes what I'd call noticing conversations, when you pay attention to how someone seems and acknowledge it.
Oh, I have a story about this. A coworker of mine, Mia, came in one morning looking completely drained. Usually we just do the standard, morning, how are you? Fine, thanks.
The fine trap.
The fine trap. But that morning I stopped and said, hey Mia, you look like you've got a lot on your plate. Everything okay?
That's such a kind thing to say.
She stopped, looked at me like she couldn't believe someone noticed, and she said, honestly, thank you for asking. And she told me about a big deadline she was stressed about. I couldn't solve it for her, but she said just talking about it made her feel lighter.
That's the real power of small talk at its best. It stops being small. It becomes a moment where someone feels genuinely seen.
And it only took one sentence to open that door. You look like you've got a lot on your plate.
Level 3 requires a little more courage and a little more empathy, but the reward is real connection.
Luna, question. What do you do if someone uses a word you don't know right in the middle of a conversation?
You ask. Immediately, politely, directly.
I did that last week. Someone said their morning commute was a complete nightmare. I didn't know what commute meant.
What did you do?
First, I nodded like I understood, which was a mistake, because then I had no idea what the whole sentence meant.
The nodding trap. Very common.
But then I decided to be honest. I said, "Sorry, what does commute mean?" And the guy didn't mind at all. He said, "Oh, it's your trip to work. Train was delayed for an hour."
And suddenly the whole conversation made sense.
Completely. It took 5 seconds, and he seemed happy that I actually cared enough to ask.
That's such an important mindset shift. Asking for a word is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign you're genuinely listening. Most people respond really positively to that.
No more nodding and smiling while secretly panicking inside.
No more robot nodding.
Okay, something I have genuinely struggled with for years. How do you end a conversation without it being weird?
The exit is an underrated skill. A lot of people know how to start a conversation, but have no idea how to close it gracefully.
I used to just sort of stay there until both of us ran out of things to say and we both looked at our phones at the same time.
We've all been there. Here's the fix. A polite exit phrase that gives a reason and ends warmly.
Like what?
Try, "It was so good to catch up. I should probably get back to it, but let's do this again soon."
Catching up. That's one of my favorite expressions. It means reconnecting and sharing what's new.
Or, "I don't want to keep you, but it was genuinely lovely talking to you."
That one is great. You're saying their time matters. It's polite and it feels warm.
And you add a closing line. "Enjoy the rest of your afternoon," or "Hope the rest of your week goes well."
Let me try a full exit. Luna, I've really enjoyed this, but I think my coffee's getting cold and I have a meeting in 10. It was such a great chat though. Have an amazing rest of your day.
Perfect. Clean, warm, and natural. You're a natural.
I had a good teacher.
Okay, let's bring it all together. Today, we walked through 3 levels of small talk.
Level 1. Start with what's around you. The weather, the environment, something you both share in the moment. Keep it short and friendly.
Level 2, use open questions. What, how, why? Listen actively and ask one follow-up question based on what they actually said.
Level 3. Share a little piece of yourself. A light opinion, a small observation about someone's day. Move past the surface.
We also talked about what to do when you don't understand a word. Just ask kindly and directly.
And we covered the polite exit, a reason, a warm close, and a kind goodbye.
The big takeaway from today? Small talk is a skill. And like every skill, it gets easier every time you use it.
You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. One sentence, one smile, one moment of genuine connection.
And sometimes, as Leo discovered, that one sentence leads to a chat about spy dogs.
The most important conversation of my week, honestly.
Friends, if you're still here, we want to hear from you. Drop the word connect in the comments. It tells us you made it to the end and you're practicing with us.
And tell us, what's your go-to small talk topic? Weather? Travel? Food? Or have you had a funny or surprising conversation recently? Share it below. We read every single comment.
If this episode helped you, please give it a like. It truly helps us reach more learners just like you.
And subscribe to Mr. English Daily so you never miss a new episode. New content every week.
Until next time, go out there, say hello to someone, and see where it takes you.
Your English is growing every single day. Keep going.
I'm Luna.
See you in the next one. Bye.